And we're back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast, bringing you our fourth segment, which is going to be talking about the the MLB draft and a recent mock draft done by MLB Pipeline, who I do like their opinions on the MLB draft, and to give my thoughts on it and kind of give my main takeaways from it. So yeah, we're only going to be doing the top 10, as we're not doing a whole 30 pick mock draft. That's for close to the MLB draft. So yeah, if you want to check it out, go to MLB Pipeline, and I'm sure it's one of the first things there. So. Yeah, starting off at number 1, we have the Cleveland Guardians with the first overall pick, taking Travis Bazanza, second baseman, Oregon State. I completely agree. I think this is a very realistic pick. I think at this point it's between him, Chase Burns, Jack Figlione, and Charlie Condon. It seems like right now the Guardians do like Bazanza the most out of all the other players, and I think he'll be a little cheaper than a guy like Condon or Caglione, but still is a fantastic player. Lefty swing at second baseman from Australia. Some of the best pure hits who we've seen in the draft for a little while now. So, yeah, no problem with this pick here. I think this is very realistic. Good pick. And, yeah, they do say at the end that there's a possibility that the Guardians try to save a little money and take a player a little bit down in the draft, so they could potentially save money to spread it all around for other picks in the second and third round. If that is the case, I would think they maybe take a guy like Hagen Smith here, Nick Kurtz, J.J. Weatherholt, Braden Montgomery, Connor Griffin, but I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to be a Guardians team that jumped up like 10 spots in the draft lottery last year and are now one of the best teams in the MLB, having the first overall pick. I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I wouldn't take a guy under slot. I'd take the best player available, no matter who it is, and I think that's what the Guardians should do. If they think it's Bazanza, I have no problem with that, and I think he's a realistic pick. Number 2 here, we have the Reds taking Chase Burns, right-handed pitcher from Wake Forest. This is a little bit of surprise here. I think that Charlie Condon should be the pick here for the Reds, and I thought he would be the pick. I mean, I think, again, it's really him and Bazanza as the two top players, but Chase Burns, to me, is still the best pitcher in this draft. Burns, I think, is fantastic. Has amazing pitches with that fastball slider combo, has been a top prospect for a little while now as well. I thought would go number 1 overall last year, but number 2, again, Chase Burns isn't bad. I think he's still really, really good, and I'd have him go top 5, but I think at this point where there's Charlie Condon here, Jack Caglione here, I think that Chase Burns might be a little high, and again, I would go someone else, but I think it's realistic. I think it's a fine pick, and I understand why it's there. They want to build out their rotation. I mean, if you could have a future rotation of Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo, Chase Burns, and Rhett Lauder, I'd be pretty excited with that if I'm a Reds fan. But I think best player available here is Condon, and I'd take him, but I understand why. Number 3 here, we have the Colorado Rockies taking Charlie Condon, outfielder, infielder from Georgia. This, again, if Charlie Condon is here at number 3, the Rockies should race to the phone and take him. He's one of the best power hitting prospects we've seen in a long, long time. Set so many records with his power bat, and just came out of nowhere with Georgia to become one of the best overall draft prospects. He's just been outstanding this year. Has so much power, and we thought he had power before. Imagine his home ballpark being Coors Field. That would be so exciting. And as a baseball fan, I'd love that. So I'd like this pick a lot. I think it'd be very exciting. And again, I think if Condon is here at 3, they would have to take him. They said they might prefer a pitcher here, but again, if Chase Burns is taken and Charlie Condon is available at number 3, you got to take him. Even if you prefer Hagen Smith, I just think passing on Condon's bat, being available, being Coors Field, being the Rockies, hitting being your identity, I just think would be a stupid decision. And I like the fact they do have Condon here at number 3. I think it's the right decision, and I think it's going to be very, very fun to watch if it would end up happening. Number 4 here, we have the Oakland Athletics taking Braden Montgomery, outfielder, Texas A&M. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Braden Montgomery, but if the A's want to go a little bit under slot here, I do think this makes a lot of sense. And if they like him a lot, I think that, again, this is a good pick. I still think he's a good player. I just think there are a lot of other players better that are available. I think Caglione is the better player available here for the A's. I think Nick Kurtz is better. Hagen Smith, J.J. Weatherholt. So I think there are a lot of better players here just available. But, if they like Braden Montgomery a lot, I'm not going to really argue that if they don't think the ankle injury is too much of a big deal. Again, a good pick still, a good player. Can't really go wrong at number 4, but I would have some other players here, but I think it's realistic, and I still think it's a fine pick. Number 5 here, the Chicago White Sox select Jack Caglione, first baseman / left-handed pitcher from Florida. Yeah, if Caglione is here at number 5, Cags, I'm just going to abbreviate to Cags because I'm not Italian. I can't pronounce that name. If Cags is here at number 5, I think that this is a fantastic pick, and you should take him. This is a guy that really can ignite this White Sox franchise. Could be up, honestly, by next year, middle of the year. You add him to your young hitting core of Luis Robert, if he's still there by then. Colton Montgomery's hopefully going to be up. You're going to have Edward Cuero hopefully be up as your franchise catcher. So I think Cags is a guy that is fantastic with the bat. Isn't really much of a pitcher, I think, in professional baseball. I'd be surprised if they continue to let him pitch, but still has potential there, I guess. And if you want to sweeten the pot for him to sign, you'll let him pitch. But much better hitter than he is a pitcher, I'd say. This is a 40 home run guy, I think, at first base. Huge lefty power bat. Very exciting for him. And yeah, I think this is a great pick if he is available. Would love it if I was a White Sox fan. Number 6 here, the Royals are taking Hagen Smith, left-handed pitcher, Arkansas. Yeah, no surprise here. I think Hagen Smith is a very fair pick here at number 6. The Royals need some pitchers in that system, and I think Hagen Smith is at this point the best pitcher available, with Chase Burns going number 2 overall. Has a lot of stuff to like right now. I think overall is a great pitcher, and yeah, just think this is a great pick for the Royals. Could be up immediately to also help this team. Yeah, I think this is a pick you'd really like if you're a Royals fan, and is very, very good. Number 7 here, the St. Louis Cardinals select J.J. Weatherholt, shortstop, second baseman from West Virginia. Yeah, Weatherholt is a player I absolutely love. I think is really fantastic. Is a great athlete. Has a great hitting tools. Could really help out this underperforming Cardinals hitting core pretty soon. I think he again has great pure hitting tools. Is very, very good, and yeah, I'm very high on him. I think this is a really good pick if it were to happen here at number 7 for the Cardinals, and yeah, I think this is a really good selection. No notes on this here. Number 8, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim select Nick Kurtz, first baseman, Wake Forest. I think this would be a little bit surprised if Kurtz would fall to 8, but I think that overall Kurtz is, I think if he's here at number 8, you have to swipe him up for the Angels. He has light tower power, really fantastic player here as a prospect as well. I think he's really, really great. And I think this is just a really fantastic prospect that would help out this Angels team a lot. You do have Nolan Schanuel there as your franchise first baseman, but you don't take for position. You take for best player available in MLB no matter what. You can always figure it out later who plays where. DH is always an option as well. So I think Kurtz is really fantastic. I think he has amazing lefty power. And yeah, I think that if he's here at 8, as the text here says, I think they would have to jump on it. Number 9, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates selecting Connor Griffin, shortstop outfielder from Jackson Prep High School in Mississippi. This is a good pick here. I think Connor Griffin is probably the best high school hitter in this draft right now. I think he has a lot of potential. Long-term outlook for this guy is very, very good. And I think overall he's really fantastic. I think he's a really, really great player. And he has a lot of potential to like here. Only 18 years old. He has a great arm, field very well, whatever position you want to play him at, shortstop, outfield. I think you think he is going to be a shortstop long term, honestly. So that would be good for the Pirates here. But yeah, really fantastic player here. And no notes. I think this is a great pick and very realistic and good. And finally here at number 10, we have the Washington Nationals selecting Bryce Rayner, shortstop out of the baseball powerhouse, Harvard Westlake High School in California. Number of players have come out of here. This, again, is a fantastic pick. I think Bryce Rayner brings a lot to the table as a prospect, is really, really great. Really power-hitting left-handed shortstop. Brings a lot of just pure hitting ability as well. So, yeah, I think this is a good pick for the Nationals. And I think he would add a lot to this young core that they are building there. So, yeah, I think this is a really good pick. And, I think this is very realistic as well. Good job here. So that is our fourth segment here, going over the MLB mock draft by MLB Pipeline. If you want to go over it, I'm sure you can find it on the website, MLB.com. Just or just look up MLB Pipeline mock draft new, something like that. But yeah, I like their choice a lot. And yeah, so that is it for our fourth segment here. If you are watching on YouTube and not live, here's a video you can watch for more content. Here's another one as well. There we go on the other side. So yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead. But we're moving on to our fifth and final segment, which is going to be talking about Jose Abreu and his release from the Houston Astros. And just go